Let's talk about the survey. What is a survey? And I want you to be prepared for your survey. This is your survey, all right? The good thing is they give you everything that you need to know for your survey. So ask yourself, what outcome do I want? What outcome do I want with my survey? And if your outcome is, I want positive outcome, what does that positive look like? Say you want a quality survey. So you want 4 citations or less. You want a good survey. What is it that you're going to have to do in order to get to that survey? And I always say, you get in pretty much what you put in. I understand that we are in some staff challenged facilities, and we are in some facilities that are not staff challenged and still are having negative surveys simply because they don't have the systems in place. So you want your survey. These are the things that you need to do every day in order to have a good survey. Morning clinical. Rounding. Afternoon stand down. These are the things that they're going to be looking at. Staffing. Training. Infections. You got grievances. These are, your grievances are going to be for anything that is related to like quality care. But your morning clinical captures everything that they want to see in your survey. They're going to be looking at the resident. And this is where you're reviewing everything in your morning clinical when you have in your care plan meetings. Everything that they're going to look at, you already know what they're going to look at. Now we just have to get you a system in place so that you can do the same thing every day. Remember, how you do one thing is how you do everything. I need you to do the same thing every day. I need you to create these type of habits so that when you have your survey, you know what to do. You know what they're going to be looking at. So then how do you get to having this then a positive survey? You have the morning clinical, you do the rounding, you have the afternoon clinical stand down, you're having your daily staffing meetings and making sure you're meeting minimum PPD. You're doing the training and education, not just in service, but we want to make sure we validate. So you're jumping on that cart, you're having your educator do those medication competencies, doing those treatment competencies, making sure they know what abuse is, who to report abuse to. You're doing all of the trainings that you have, because remember, it's staffing. And then, but if you have like dementia, how are they handling these type of residents? How are they handling residents with behaviors? So you want to make sure you have all the type of training for anything that you have in your facility. If you have a facility and you have dialysis, you want to make sure you have the training that goes along for caring for a patient with a dialysis patient. You want to make sure your infections, okay, your infection prevention, are you having your monthly meetings? Who's coming to those meetings? Are you tracking and trending? Are you having any type of isolations? Do you have any type of reportable infections? That's, again, everything that you're going to be reviewing in your survey. It's going to be reviewed in your infection and control meeting. It's going to be reviewed in your QAPI meetings. Everything that you do affects your survey. So when you put processes and systems in place, it helps you get to that quality survey. It helps you get to that good outcome survey. And having a bad survey isn't the end of the world, especially if you're going into a facility and you're new and you're in that survey window. You might get into a facility and they might have 20-something citations that you had nothing to do with. But now at least you know where you need to start. You're going to clear that survey, and then there's nothing I can do about the past. However, this is my starting point, and moving forward, I need to make sure that I don't have this same type of survey. So what is it that I need to do to achieve that result? Plain and simple. you achieve a different result by doing everything that they didn't do. And I can look at someone's survey, I can read your citations and tell you, okay, yeah, clearly you're not having a clinical meeting. Oh, yeah, you're not even doing any rounding. Oh, I can read your citations and tell you the things that you aren't doing, because if you were doing it, you wouldn't have those type of citations, or you wouldn't have many residents with the same type of citations. Okay, you would have maybe one or two. So get in the habit, okay? Get in the habit of doing this every day, all right? What is your goal for you being in this facility? The goal is you want to make a change in this facility. You want to have a good survey. So what does that look like for you? All right, so I hope this video helps. As always, comment and subscribe and follow for more tips. And remember, your survey does not define who you are. Okay, I need you to disconnect the negative attachment that you have with it and put processes in place, so then you know how to run a survey, how to manage that survey, because they give us the information. They give us everything that they're going to be looking for. They give it to us. They're not there to say, you know what, you're horrible DON, shut this place down. They want to make sure residents are being taken care of, and they want to make sure the staff have what they need and that they are being supported. All right, so that's my spill for today, guys. I'll talk to you soon.